I am Devi. Today I start another episode of real life horror experiences with a disclaimer that this is not a made up story but narration of real incidents. This video is not made to generate belief in ghosts. The narration can be heard as a story. I have already shared few incidents. I hope my YouTube family must have seen it. If not, then kindly hear those stories. I have provided the links. I request my new viewers who have not subscribed to my channel to kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Today, the incident which I am going to narrate was experienced by my close family member. These incidents make me think about how these creepy happenings seriously make an individual's life hell. This incident had occurred with a family comprising of 3 members: father, mother, and their teenage daughter. This family was looking out for a flat because they were facing some issues in their existing flat. They were working couple, so house hunting was only possible for them on weekends or holidays. They were residing on the 4th floor. On the same building, on the same floor, a family resided. This family had 3 members. The lady used to go out for a job. Her husband used to work but now was bedridden and he was suffering from cancer. They had a 2-year-old son. The whole day the father and the son stayed in the house. The little boy was looked after by his father. Neighbors helped them in taking care of their needs till the lady returned back home. Now, returning back to my relatives, their teenage daughter occasionally visited their next door neighbor to help the father and son because her summer vacations were going on and she had nothing much to do besides. Her parents were out for the whole day and she stayed alone in the flat until they returned back home. Let me make it clear that the cancer patient family was the next door neighbor and their flat was much bigger as it was the corner flat on that floor. Unlike other neighbor, the teenage girl also helped them and she knew everything about them, like what food the kid liked, what things were kept where, and how severely ill the father was. Everything was progressing fine. After a few months, on a sunny afternoon, all of a sudden, the father of that 2-year-old boy died. He had expired on the sofa cum bed on which he used to lie the whole day. When he died, his son was sleeping beside him. Nobody was there close by. When the news was circulated, everybody were in shock. The neighbors gathered and completed the last rites that day only. His wife was in extreme shock. She fainted and was taken to the hospital. Few days passed. After a week, that family decided to leave the place and return back to their native land. They had also decided to sell off all their belongings. When the teenage girl's parents heard this news, they decided to buy some of their stuffs and shift to this flat. The sofa cum bed was one of the major furniture they purchased. After all the formalities were completed, on an auspicious day, my relatives relocated to this nearby recently vacated flat. Till now, everything was moving on fine. After a few weeks, one day during the afternoon, the teenage girl heard the voice of the expired man calling her, as he used to call her earlier when he was alone. She thought that she might be imagining things, but the scenario became scary when many times in a single day she heard him call her name for help. She was all alone in that flat. She waited patiently for her parents to return from work. Once they were back home, she told them about the incident. Her mother believed her and asked to wait for a day or two, and if things happened again, then they will take necessary steps. 2 to 3 days passed and nothing much happened. They thought that things were normal, so in a relaxed mind they left for work. The next day, when the time was about 2:30 p.m., after finishing her lunch with a carefree mind, she decided to read a book. She was lonely in the flat like every day. With the book in her hand, she thought to lie down in the sofa cum bed and read the book. But to her shock, she saw the man lying on the sofa cum bed. She was extremely scared and screamed with fear. The neighbors gathered there, but nobody could see anything. She asked someone to stay with her that day until her parents come back. She saw that man calling her and was crying in pain. Now, the peripheral visions became repetitive for her. No one else except her could see anything. The atmosphere of the house was very heavy and the temperature was very cold. Her parents were able to see blood marks here and there. There existed very bad smell of pus coming out of the sofa. Her mother tried hard to try a remedy for this problem, but nothing worked out. Months passed and now the man used to bite the girl in anger. It seemed he was very angry to see them alive and enjoying life. He used to speak something near her ears, so she was unable to focus on her studies. The bite marks used to vanish after some time, but the pain remained. Things were moving from bad to worse. Her face had become pale. She had stopped eating. She was always in fear. She had lost ample amount of weight. She had stopped going to school. She used to say that her friends laughed at her, thinking she is mad. It was difficult to leave her alone. He followed her everywhere. Her mother had tried everything, but it was of no use. That is when somebody suggested her mother to get rid of the sofa. It is said that spirits are connected to things that are very dear to them. So she thought of dumping this piece of furniture as soon as possible. Next day, she asked somebody to throw the furniture somewhere far off. When the man was taking the sofa, the teenaged girl was shouting loud, saying, "Mom, see the uncle ghost is running behind the sofa cum bed. He is crying and asking that man to leave the sofa here." After that, the problem was solved, though nothing scary incidents occurred. Still, they vacated the flat and moved to a different area. I sign off for now. Stay connected. Bye-bye.